Yeah, welcome guys. It's actually a really good time of year to look at it too. Probably my favourite.
These I love. We're just trying to make the best wines possible.
It grows its best if it looks after itself.
I think that's gorgeous. And you can see the shape in the mouth's gorgeous. I really love this.
Good morning, everyone. Tom here from a chilly Wednesday morning in Sydney. It's about 5 a.m. We are up early today because we are going on a road trip. Dee Dee is going on tour. We are going to hop in the car and we're going to go for about a literally 3-hour drive. Excited to get going, excited to try some Riesling, some Shiraz, some interesting stuff. But first things first, got to go pick up a couple of these guys. Let's go. All right, we're here to pick up our fearless leader. Where is he? Chief Operations Officer, Brett Kettelby. Good morning, mate. How are you?
Good.
You ready to go?
Let's get to wine country.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wade Dolan.
Obligatory Macca's stop. It's got to be done.
All right, we have the full team. We're on the road. Tom, Wade, and Brett. Dee Dee on tour, heading to Canberra, boys. We excited?
Yes. Should be good. Yeah. We've got perfect weather.
Get a bit of Parliament House on, a bit of Questacon maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild trip, yeah.
I actually looked at Questacon and whether we could squeeze it in. It's so much fun. What are we excited about seeing? We're obviously visiting a bunch of wineries. Styles that you guys are keen to try. Anything in particular?
I want to drink my own body weight in Canberra Riesling.
So, yeah, welcome guys. This is this block we're in now. Stretches from the gums all the way along. It's actually a really good time of year to look at it too. It's like probably my favourite. So you can see you've got new growth to the right-hand side of that green post.
Yep.
That's the original plantings of Tempranillo that Frank put in 2000. There's about 4 or 5 different clones in them. And we call this block rock block because if over the back shoulder there's a whole quarry worth of rock that's come out of here. Mostly volcanic stuff. This is the prettiest block of Tempranillo we've got. So we're pretty good with our names. The rock block's called because it was rocky. That one's next to the pines, so that's the pines block. The one that's in the north is obviously the north block, so that's how we've named it. And Dinny planted the first one, so that's Dinny's block. So that's the blocks within the vineyard.
Quite complicated.
Very poetic.
Yeah. When we planted in 2000, there were about 30 people who put Tempranillo in Australia. So yeah, we were definitely at that pioneering thing. This is where the story changes. So the Pinot Noir idea was what we were after. Frank went to Burgundy and made one in Burgundy and did a couple of seasons over there. And then he came back and was like, Canberra climate's not like Burgundy. It's much hotter, drier, harsher conditions. So what would work for that is when we went with Tempranillo. And Tempranillo is an awesome variety just because it's a kick-ass variety. But the fact that it suits us here is just another tick. Everybody has their own way of looking at it. For us, it's quality that comes naturally. So if you can grow beautiful fruit because the climate suits your fruit, the winemaking's the easy bit. You know, we're going to deliver beautiful fruit to the vineyard every season because we've got to match to the climate properly.
How good was that? Mount Majura.
Yeah. It's so good to check in on those wines. Fizz was epic.
That fizz was spectacular.
2011 late disgorged.
Looks like a baby, didn't it?
Yeah, that's a very good way to start a trip to a wine region.
It was delicious. The Riesling, always a star from Majura.
I think the TSG is just about the best wine in that lineup.
Just that focus on alternative varieties, I think, is what's most admirable about what Mount Majura has done. Now, I did have some plans to open some more wines, but Brett's been complaining about being hungry, so we're going to go, if it's all right with you guys, there's a certain someone we're going to go see who's threatening to cook us up lunch.
Hey Nick,
How are you?
Yeah, good man, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks.
We all fit in the cab?
Yeah.
Or we're riding the back, no?
No, I can't. So yeah, 150 acre property.
So this is all granite soil, really beautiful granite soils. North's that way. Yeah.
And do you have to put nets over everything?
Yeah, we net everything. Wow. Unfortunately. Oh, I gave up netting a fair while ago. I like to watch. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Chair up over there in the shed.
No, yeah, and sometimes you can come down and it might only be one or two in the afternoon, but you come down with a beer, like just in the car, just have a sip while they do it. Yeah, just to rub it in. More white. We do all the whites up here. Yeah. It's whites, rosé, and then we've got those 5 big tanks out there. Sort of they're all 25,000 litre tanks. We'll ferment in the eggs, but that's about it. Like they don't do it for me. Yeah. I've got amphora now, which are way better.
You're a traditionalist.
Yeah, well, yeah. We still mess around with it a bit, but
Let Brian do it.
yeah, well, that's it. He loves it, doesn't he? So we got Shiraz. These I love. Yeah. These are good. We just don't advertise that we do things like that because it's just not our.
No,
we're just trying to make the best wines possible.
Because I think everyone was making the vessel what the story was.
Yeah, and it's not about that.
Did we count them? Was it 32 wines that we just tasted?
What makes Polaro special, mate?
Sharing it with the people I want to sell the current vintages.
I thought you'd say share it with the people I love. You know, my friends, my family, like you guys. You know,
it's a business, mate.
the Riesling's unbelievable. Chardonnays from Tempranillo, really interesting.
Yep.
The diversity of the Rieslings too. Hey, like just the range of styles.
Mate, he is absolutely one of the best Riesling makers in the country.
Must visit if you're coming to Canberra. And now, next stop on the tour, Ravensworth Wines. We're camping here for the evening. Should be just a couple quiet ones, guys.
With growing any sort of fruit is that it grows its best if it just looks after itself. But if you're having to constantly fertilise and water, is that sort of ends up changing the flavours of grapes. You ferment them into wine, and that way you really are trying to carry that idea of terroir into the wine. And I reckon everything you do with chemicals just takes a bit away each time. So if you can get away from using any chemicals in the process in the vineyard in the winery, it's just the fruit then. So that's the true expression of terroir to me as a starting point. I was getting ready for the wedding, so we had caterers come down here, and I burnt my hair.
Well, it was a tremendous night. We all survived, barely. It's about 7:30 in the morning. I can hear chickens, which is actually really wonderful. I desperately need a coffee and about 4 bacon and egg rolls, because we have to get our shit together to head to Clonakilla in about an hour, which should be which should be fun.
Good. Great to see you. Nice to see you. Come on in.
There's so many things we could look at, but I'll show you some of the things that I love the most. No one really talks about Canberra's area, but I love it. So this is Shiraz Viognier in here. These are the 24s. So you can see there's less than I would love to have, but what we have is very good. I mean, I think you think Côte Rôtie it's continental inland France. It's very continental and it's very cool, and that's why it works in Côte Rôtie, because it just works well with that spice thrust you get in cool climate Shiraz, and also the red berry fruit. A little bit of a floral stone fruit lift from Viognier works in with those flavours really well. We settled on a style which was influenced certainly by the Rhone and influenced certainly by Burgundy, like in the early 90s.
Yeah.
So we started using whole bunches up to a third, between 25 and 35% with the 1993 vintage. So we're doing it for over 30 years now. Obviously co-fermenting Viognier, we've been doing that since 92. So we haven't really changed that much from care. So this is one of the many components. This is the Western Vineyard, so it's the vines just out here, planted in the 1990s. And you'll see it here, so this has got lots of spice. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, because it was a wonderful, frost notwithstanding, once we got through that trauma, the vintage was wonderful. Right? The weather was great. We had some pretty good rain when we needed it. Yeah, I think that's gorgeous. I mean, that's 14% alcohol. Yeah,
Right.
but it's still elegant.
Yeah.
And you can see the roundness, the shape in the mouth's gorgeous. I must admit, I really love this.
What a way to finish the trip, hey?
Oh my god. How was that tasting at Clonakilla? That's going to be, that's like a legendary tasting.
That was special.
So generous of Tim to spend that much time going through all those wines, all those barrels. Like, what struck me was just the level of detail that he's still, he's very much across with every single wine, and the amount of components that get blended into the Shiraz.
Yeah.
The Shiraz Viognier is just, it's something else. Hey, there's like 25 different picks, different parcels that get blended together in different capacities to make that wine.
Yeah, it's meticulous. He's obsessed.
Yeah, and you can see like it's a generational thing where like he's so deeply connected with that place. He knows each one of those parcels so specifically. He knows what they're going to look like each year.
Yeah.
Like they have their own unique personality. Like
and the seasonality really sings in those wines. Like you see the site, they're gorgeous kind of red fruited floral Syrah. But the 23s and the 24s are so different. Like the 23s, which are on the market now, are so pretty and elegant. The 24s, like just a bit more robust and structured.
It's going to be a much more powerful vintage, and that's what I love about that wine is you can see that place, Clonakilla, change each year. Like it has variability, which is what amazing world-class wine should have. Like you should be able to see site and season. And Tim absolutely nails it, and he's obsessed with it.
Yeah, it's very special, and so grateful for the time. Special place. What a great couple of days, eh, boys?
I am starving. I'm also exhausted.
Well, that's your own fault, mate. You know whose fault that is? That's Brian Martin's fault.
Actually.
You've stitched us up, Brian. Evil man.
I could murder a Riesling and a bacon and egg roll, I think.
All right, well, stop getting some food. Incredible couple of days. Go Canberra. How good.